Water, the most common form of matter found almost everywhere in the world. As the main component in our bodies, it makes up approximately 70% of our body. There is a great amount of water in nature, and water is crucially essential to our daily life. In Japan, many studies were conducted on water in diverse environmental conditions. Dr. Masaru Emoto did research on water in what he called the Heido Water Project.
After gathering water from a number of sources in his experiment, he subjected water to many conditions and froze the water samples into several petri dishes. His lab stayed at the temperature of 5 degrees Celsius. Samples of droplets were kept in the freezer for 2 hours on dry ice. Using a high-speed microscope with a zoom power of 200 to 500 times, they were able to gather more than 10,000 photos. Dr. Emoto repeated the trial several times until he reached a conclusion, something he calls the message from water. He learned that the structure of clean water tends to form hexagonal shapes. These are the photos of water in diverse conditions and environments. For this trial, he put the water in a room with a song playing for one night. The first type of music he used was rock, which tends to have negative content. The standard frozen water structure broke into small pieces. It seemed the water responded negatively to this kind of sound. With a song about goodbyes, you can see that the crystal structures clearly separate. With pop music or relaxing songs, in the beginning, the water has a perfect hexagonal shape, but later on, it changed into a rectangular shape. This result indicates that the relaxing songs were unable to beautify the water structure. This experiment was also performed using speech, with someone talking to the water every day for a month. The first words used were "thank you," which resulted in a crystal structure arranging themselves into beautiful forms. The second word used was "stupid," which caused the structure to break apart, achieving a result similar to playing rock music. These are the photos of water when you say, "you have to do it," compared to "let's do it." Here we see the commanding phrase did not create a beautiful structure as the inviting phrase. In this example, they put pictures and messages on bottles of water. The word "beautiful" was attached to the side of this bottle. "Ugly" was written on the side of this one, and this bottle was placed on top of a picture of a smiling child. In this one, the bottle was placed on a picture of an innocent baby. Then they tested the sound of chanting. Before the chanting, the structure looked scary, almost like the face of a skull. But after continuously praying for a period of time, its shape changed into a splendid crystal structure. We have never seen such a gorgeous structure like this before.
From Dr. Emoto's experiment, we found that speech, musical sound, script, and nice, beautiful pictures can change the water crystals into a much brighter and beautiful structure. Especially the sound of chanting brings the best shapes out of the water crystals. It transforms the water structures into beautiful, bright, glorious structures that seem full of energy. Seeing how chanting affects water and knowing our bodies are made up of over 70% water, therefore chanting has a direct effect on our bodies. When we pray, our body, speech, and mind are surrounded with a clear, pure environment. The messages in the prayers are full of good and beautiful words, leading to happiness, joy, and prosperity in our lives.